Very good evening, friends. I'm Nalnakshi Swami, welcoming back to my channel, Smart Index Edge. Most traders lose money because they ignore just one simple thing, the first 1 hour high and low. In intraday, the market has to find its fate. It has to make an high and low. Days high and low will be designed within 1 hour. You can market finds its fate within 1 hour. So when I look at the market, the first thing I focus on is very simple, the first 1 hour high and low. For that, I stay on the 15-minute chart. I am on the 15-minute chart and I enable my Nalini EMA indicator. This is the indicator, which gives me, if I go to the settings, I need not go to the settings. Okay. If I go to the settings, it gives me previous day high, current day high and low, previous week high and low, current week high and low, previous month high and low, current month high and low. Everything, even the moving averages are also there, but I don't need the moving average. I just apply only high and low, and first I will enable current day high and low and current week high and low. Automatically, this is the current week high and low. You can see the labels here, current day low, current day high, and current week. This is the current week low. So if you see that, for me, already my bias on Nifty was positive because it has closed towards the high of the day. So I knew that market is going to go up. My bias was up predestined. I had already knew that the bias should be positive, and I usually wait for the market to show me the high and low. So I'll go and show I'm on the 15-minute. I'll show you on replay mode. Let me press the replay mode. Yeah. Let me go to again. Yeah, start new. I'm starting new, and here I'll start from this area. Just I will look for, you can see when I press this, Nalini EMA indicator is giving me current week low. This is the current week low and current week high. It's because it has already formed there. Current week high and low, current days high and low, previous day high and low, and previous day low are plotted in the market. I'll start the playback mode. When I start the playback mode, 15-minute, this is still in now you can see the high and low has been, you can see over here. See, the market first two candles are formed, high and low, easily you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. The market defined the high of the day. So I mark this high and mark this low. This becomes my reference for the day. Let me stop the playback mode. and show you when I do this, I mark this. This is the current day reference for the day. So I knew that if Nifty, this is the range. If in any case, if Nifty starts trading above this range, it is positive, and if it starts dipping below, it becomes negative. But the bias was positive. See, simple thing. You can see the price came down, made a low and higher high. So this is a normal thing. Market is making a low. It can either come to, this is the first hour high and low of the previous day. Just see. First hour high and low of the 1, 2, 3, 4. So market found its feet in this way. So this is my reference. So from here, market had moved higher. It can either come to this level, retest, or sometimes market will come down to retest that level and it will start. So when my bias was positive, I just put the in the money call option. In the money or the at the money call option, because they will mimic the underlying very properly. So I'll show you same thing on the 23,300 call option. I'll immediately keep it in my watch list. Next step, what I do is, next step, when I see, once it is done, it becomes my foundation for the day. This is the foundation for the next day because price has moved higher. The range expansion has taken place and this high and low forms the foundation for today. After that, I don't jump into the trade immediately. I wait for the market to show direction. This is where most traders go wrong. They try to predict, but I prefer to observe first and act later. And once I get a sense of my direction, now I go, market moved higher and came down. What I'll do is I'll apply my rolling pivot. When I apply the rolling pivot, see, you can see the boundary clearly here and the rolling pivot. This is the first hour candle rolling pivot. If I zoom it up, let me zoom. You can see in the first hour itself, this is the S1 pivot and this one is R1. Market came down, it started trading higher above the pivot. R1. The balance is, market established the balance over here and it is the support. So I got some idea. This is the support, this is the pivot from where the market established the pivot. Okay. After 1 hour, this is the 1 hour. What the market did is, second hour, the market started coming down like this. So it gives me clue. The first hour, it moved higher and it crossed this. You can see the first hour high, the next candle did not close above the first hour candle. This is the first hour. So it is a bearish close. Then it becomes, so market may be range bound. It has to establish. There was no direction. It should have continued in this direction, but instead of that, market came down. Then you need to wait for that. So rolling pivot helped me to take the trade. So I brought in rolling pivot, applied the rolling pivot. Otherwise, for another confirmation, what I do is, let me hide the rolling pivot and I will apply the market memory POC. When I apply the market memory POC, you can see point of control formed here, value area high and value area low, along with the high and low of the day. The market shows me the value area high and the value area low. When the market starts coming down, these are the reference from the rolling pivot. This is the maximum thing I need to watch. If the market starts moving down, if it breaks below this, here, notice the candle over here. After breaching the first hour high, it was a negative candle. After breaching the first hour low, touching the low, see the candle. It is a dozy candle. So it becomes very easy for me to identify the everything structure, right? So here the POC, the price started, value area low has been formed, price started getting accepted. Market did not breach the current day's low, and even this is my reference point. Previous day, previous hourly high was my reference. This is 23,279 was my reference. And if with the market memory POC also I got the entry, and if I apply the rolling pivot also showed, you see, the price in this hour, price closing this candle getting accepted by the point of control and closing above the pivot. That means automatically you see the price, you can make out that reversal is coming in the market. Okay, see, reversal is coming in the market and you can take the position. When the market starts crossing, you can enter very early, even before. The people do mistake by entering at the breakout of the high and breakdown of the low. One should not do that mistake. Never. You should find your entry before this. We got an entry with the help of rolling pivot and the market memory POC. The market breached the current day high, that is 23,522. This is the, and market traveled up to 23,657. Apart from that, next step, what I do to take care on an intraday basis, now I will hide rolling pivot and I'll show you my 65-minute market logic. Why 65 minutes? 65, this is the third hour, forms the middle of the day that runs between 11:45 to 12:15. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, 4 15-minute candles. That is 1 hour candle, third hour candle, third 65-minute candle is my reference. You can see this, even this, if I put a line to this, the top of this, the price that pierces through this, so it is a positive thing. Here, when the market on third, after the third hour, one day, one type of presentation will be there in the market. See, here the market made high. Here, after the second hour, it traveled down. Here, market in the first hour, it made a high and low, and the second hour it pierced through and made an high. Here, direction was towards the upside, came down. Second hour, market went up, and third hour and fourth hour consolidation was there. Today, what happened in the market was first hour it moved towards the high, and the second hour it came near the low of the day, and third hour it was a consolidation and breakout. This is my entry. This is my entry and reference point. So you comfortably around 23,432. It is a beautiful entry. Even if I apply rolling pivot, let me zoom it. Rolling pivot, you are getting entry over here. Same area. See, I have marked this area. This is the high and low of the third hour. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is white background is the third hour. I have color coded for that. And the market is above this. Market is above this. And this is my stop loss and I'm entering into it. Same thing. If you go to the call option, 23,300 call option. First thing what we do is we need to go to the previous day. Previous day, what it has happened. Previous day, let me remove 4 drawings. The first hour high and the low. 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. Let me mark. And let me mark the previous day high and low. And the market had breached this, and also let us mark the third hour high and third hour low, almost near the first hour high and low. So see the beauty, see the beauty. The market call option came down to the previous day first hour low, and even for in the call option what happens, underlying will not breach. If you go to the underlying, it did not breach. Here the call option, it breached the first hour low but closing inside. But I have already have the reference point. This is the 1 minute. This is the low of the first hour, high and low of the previous day. See, can you see so beautifully the market taking the support at 96 rupees? If I place a cursor on this candle, you see 98 rupees was the low, and today when it tested it 93 rupees 20 paisa. Because why? Why so? Because this is time decay. Time decay, and here we got the entry. This is the first hour high, first hour low. These are the simple basic things. First hour high and first hour low. And this is the third hour high. When you can comfortably place a buy order, keeping this as stop loss. For example, this is the trigger candle, and you can 122 to 105 becomes your stop loss. But here itself, here itself, you get to know that some sort of something is cooking over here because the price came below the S1, entered into the next box. The box entered into the box, and S1 is supporting the candle. Supporting the candle, and this is the high and low of the day. This is the low of the day because market breached it. And automatically Nalini EMA indicator is plotting that. So you know that 92 is the level. You need to be cautious. When keeping this in your mind, don't go on seeing the whipsaws on the candles. The market rolling pivot gave you the buy signal. Price crossing, staying above the pivot, even though trend indicator has not flipped, the price has balanced. All these 15-minute hourly balance is here. This is the hourly balance. 152, you have entered into it. When it crosses this level, you can see there was lot of whipsaw over this area. When price came to that, finally it broke above this level. But it did not breach this is the R1. R1 became the reference point. See how beautifully, step by step, you can mark the levels of your stop loss and your hold the position. You won't get disturbed by this alternate red and green candles. See, dozy candle. You are not going to get disturbed by this. You know the levels, you are trading the levels. These are the things what I look into the market, and I have completely, these, my indicators are designed in such a way to give me complete market structure, everything on my trading. It makes me very easy. These are the indicators which are created by me, and the rolling pivot, whatever it may be. Even this 65-minute concept, it is established by the constant observation of the market by me. I coded for that. And rolling pivot, market memory POC, option EP underlying, everything will support me in my trading. These are the indicators which I have created. If you want to access these indicators, you can message me on 9845209600. This is my WhatsApp number. These are all the paid indicators. Paid indicators, if you follow the rules, the strategy, you can be successful. You can make money daily, and also you can select stocks in advance. Stocks in advance. Let us check MCX. MCX was in my radar. You can see, let me remove the drawing. When the first previous day, first hour, let us mark step by step. First hour high, and this is the reference point. Okay? First hour high and first hour low. So then when the market has closed above this, that is a breakout. Structurally, it has made an higher high. This is a positive structure. And apart from that, you can see third hour high and low is corresponding to the high and low of the. So this is my reference point. What happened in the market? When the market opened, the market, we have to mark the first hour high and low. Same procedure. I am marking the MCX traded towards the 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. This is the reference point, sorry, for the trade throughout the day. You can see this MCX never came down never came down to the range low at all. Here it consolidated after first hour, 1, 2, 3 hours of consolidation. This is my reference point, and it broke above. On the third hour, this is the third 65-minute range. It broke above and market traded higher. So beautifully, if you follow systematically, you can trade better. This is the way you can trade with the help of my indicators. It becomes very easy to trade. Okay, let us select few stocks which are ready for tomorrow's trade. What I do is I quarantine them and put it in the watch list. And whichever pops out as a positive thing, I'll pick up that and I'll trade that. Same thing. Everybody was bearish on the Eternal. Eternal was a buy signal yesterday. Yesterday, the reason for that, you can see for yourself. I am on the 15-minute chart. Okay. First step, let us mark the high of the high and low of the, so first hour high, first hour low is all the 4 candles, 4 15 minutes candle are within this candle. The market breached for a while, breached this low, and then this is the third hour high. Let us mark the third hour. So we have got that market breached this level and closed towards the top of the day, 224. So when the market opens, I don't enter into the market. I wait for the market to show me the high and low of the day, initial high and low of the day. That becomes a guideline for my trade. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the high of the day and this is the low of the day. So it's same thing like MCX, same pattern you can see on this Eternal. It traded towards the high, first hour it traded high, second hour, third hour consolidation and broke above this level. Broke above this level, continue. So already it had shown the momentum, the range was minimal. So you can keep for BTST, you can hold the stocks for BTST also. Like that, yesterday I traded HDFC Bank by noticing from the previous day on 13th itself, Friday itself, I was of the bias that this HDFC Bank, I had quarantined this HDFC Bank and kept it in my watch list. See, same procedure. 1, 2, 3. It marks the high and low of the day and my Nalini may indicator. This stock closed, even though it closed within the range of the first hour high and low, but the close was above the third hour high. That is a positive thing which I noticed. It closed here when price opened here, 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, I know the reference point, reference level. Can you see the here? It is a reference level. I'll show you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same procedure. Let us mark the high and low. This is the low, low, low of the day and high of the day. The rolling pivot gave buy signal instantaneously, and this is the third hour. Market traded above the third hour, so this continued for the up move. 848 in my group, I had kept it as the target. The target was achieved today. The reason for the target is predestined level from the previous. You can see this is the third hour high, third hour low, and this is the 1, 2, 3, 4 hourly. Here you can see hourly high and hourly low. So market had gap down from this level. These were the reference point. So I anticipated for this level market to come to this level, 846 to 848. That's what it has done today. You can anticipate for the targets too. Targets too. See exactly. If I place the cursor on this, you can see the market has gone up to 847. Yes, friends. 8. Even whatever may be the difficult trade, of course, and the intraday, because of the volatility and fluctuation of the price, you tend to get disturbed and you become directionless. So that will not happen to you if you follow the rules system properly. From now onwards, trade with the rule, and properly if you trade with the rule, you can trade wisely. So the same call option, yesterday it came down to, you can see it popped down to the bottom. Underlying will pop down to the bottom, and when the candle close above this is an indication 25 rupees is your stop loss entry, and the same day it gave traveled up to 39 rupees. From 25 it traveled up to 39 rupees, friends. You could have made 550 per lot. You could have made a lot of money in that. This way, you can follow the rules, and if you trade, it will be, tomorrow is Wednesday, friends. Tomorrow is the mid day of the week. So that sets the tone for the next week. I mean, Thursday and Friday. So be careful and mark the high and low and trade properly. Thank you very much, friends. Nanakshi Swami signing off. I wish you all the best.